And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Shane Brown Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head wrestling coach Shane Brown. And Shane, guys coming off a nice performance at your home Tri-Meet. You get the sweep over Davis Elkins and Waynesburg. Talk about the event and kind of what you saw from your guys.
Yeah, they went out, wrestled hard. I'm happy with how they handled everything. Matchup-wise, we gave up 2 forfeits. But, the guys stepped up. Obviously, by the score, you saw that they went out, they wrestled hard, worked on a lot of things that we wanted to work on. And, they made great adjustments, so I'm very happy with how it went.
And throughout the year, it seems like we talk about a different top guy every night, different freshmen stepping up, different weight class. What's that like for you knowing you have so many guys who can take that spotlight when need be?
It's amazing. It's fun to see because you see how they advance, how they adjust, how they, get their time and really, pick up when they're going to turn it on. So, I tell them it's all process. You just got to understand, like, everybody peaks at different times. And, like I've said in multiple conversations that we've had, it's I want them to focus on the end of the year. And I think a lot of them are finding themselves and finding what they have to do to be successful. So to see that kind of change and success and, throughout our lineup is fantastic.
And the guy who stepped up And the guy who stepped up in the Tri-Meet, Bradley Spencer, really big day, had the tech fall, had the 19-second pin against Waynesburg. Talk about what worked for him and what you saw.
He's opening up. He's finally buying into himself where, earlier in the year I think he was more he was just figuring out college wrestling, and there's a big gap between high school and college. And for him, it's been, trust your shots, trust in yourself, believe what you can do. And, we went to Fairmont, and that's where you saw a lot of it. He had an incredible comeback match where he was losing. We didn't get a call that we wanted. We had an early takedown. They didn't give it to us. And he could have easily, just accepted that and lost the match. But he came back third period and grinded it out, got the takedown, and then we had 50 seconds on the clock, and I'm like, hey, you either have to finish the period where you ride him out and we go into overtime, or you kick him, he gets an escape point, and we get another takedown. And he looked at me, he goes, I'm not riding him out. I said, all right, kick him. And he went and got the other takedown. We won the match. So seeing him kind of believe in himself and understand what he needs to do has been a fun journey.
And then you had the chance to honor Gavin Harper before that meet, senior day. Talk about what he's brought to the program over these 2 years and what it was like to just give him that recognition.
He's been a spark plug for our program. It's, we've been at a point where we're always trying to, for the past couple of years, rebuild and get the right people here and get the right, attitudes and things like that in the room. And he's brought that to us tremendously. And where Gavin's also been in that journey. He's transferred from a couple schools, and now he's here, and he's happy, and he's loving what we're doing. Seeing him kind of understand who he needs to be as a leader, who he needs to be on the mat, and how he needs to carry himself to find the success has been a fun time, too.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head wrestling coach Shane Brown. And Shane, as you guys prepare for the MEC Championships, you have a bunch of duels in a row. You have the Tri-Meet, and then you're going to Seton Hill, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. How is that going to help you gear up for that big tournament coming up at the end of January?
Yeah, it's going to give us different looks. It's a lot of teams that we haven't really necessarily seen. We have Seton Hill, Shippensburg. We haven't dueled Salem yet. A couple different schools where it'll give us a couple more looks, which is exciting. And, as far as MEC, getting a couple of those head-to-heads like with schools like Salem will be fantastic. But a lot of it is preparing for the regional play and getting the seeding criteria and trying to be ready for the end of the year.
And this week you're going to get a chance to see Seton Hill and Shippensburg over at the Seton Hill Tri-Meet. Talk about these two teams and kind of what they bring to the table, how you're attacking.
Yeah, they're both really good teams, have had a lot of success. So as far as it goes for my guys, I just want them to go out and wrestle, take it match by match. That's always the outlook for us for dual meets. Trying to figure out, lineup situations with a couple guys out with injuries is always a challenge as well. So we're going to see a couple different guys at a couple different weights, and hopefully it all plays out very well for us.
And finally, talk about the chemistry this team has. A lot of guys getting along with each other, a lot from the same area. How's that chemistry kind of built for you guys this season?
It's been incredible. The family atmosphere that we have with our guys is awesome. You know, the fun is the room is a very fun and exciting environment. It's, you know, there's always upbeat. I don't think we've had really a whole lot of down days. You know, and in practices, that's important to be able to keep that momentum, keep that excitement, keep that energy. And we really haven't had practices or even events where we've been down. So for the most part, it's been an incredible experience. I love this group of guys. I think that it's a whole different core for us, and I think it's changing the environment of our program.
Thanks, Shane. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.